Your boy JD NoChill.
And it's your girl Chelcye.
And it's a No-Chill session. We got comedian, barber, hairstylist, and everything in this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Al Greene. And we ain't talking about the singing this bad boy.
That's right. We talking about the Al Greene with the E on the end of his name.
Yeah.
Where you originally from, OG?
I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky, man.
I can hear
Oh, you a Southern man.
I'm a Southern.
Yeah.
Scoot the mic in a little bit, man.
All right.
Pause. There we go.
You see, why everything gotta be paused?
Do
you say pause, Al?
I don't say pause.
Thank you. It's unnecessary.
I just got to make sure it's 2020, 2021. My bad. I gotta make sure. Anyway, so you're originally from Louisville, Kentucky?
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky.
What brought you here to Los Angeles?
Well, my brother's been out here over 30 years.
Okay.
And then my parents, they moved out here probably 5 years before me. Mm-hmm. And then they got a little sickly, so I came out here and I've never heard the story that way, that the brother would come, your mama and daddy came, and then you decided to come. Because I was still back home. I still had my own business. Had a barbershop, a janitorial service.
Oh, you was hustling already.
You been on.
Oh, you made it out there? Oh, you definitely can make it out there.
I was married with children. So.
Oh, children.
And then went through a divorce. And,
sorry to hear that.
Oh, man, don't worry about it. If you got something else better to do besides get married on the side, get shot or get your wisdom teeth taken out, man, you can do that too, you know?
Al, you don't really feel that way about marriage.
Marriage is the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
But divorce is the worst thing I've been through in my life, you know?
Yeah.
Marriage is like the best thing on earth 4 days out the week, you know? Like.
Wait, the best thing on earth, 4 days out of the week. What about the other 3?
Women don't like a nigga 7 days a week.
Facts. Hey, man, I appreciate my brother coming over here and speaking the truth.
I don't.
Right.
I don't. So then how do we get through that?
We just need to be up front and be like, hey, man, y'all just get lost for about 3 days, you know, like. Just 3 days with bitch, just
that
get
I
lost.
just don't see you at all. No, I need to see you. I need to know what you're doing. Where you at?
Oh, so you keeping tabs on your
like,
nigga?
I'm just saying.
They don't miss us. They just don't want us out there doing nothing.
They don't want us out
right,
there.
I don't want you out here doing
They don't want us to have too much fun.
Y'all a little, y'all don't function all the way. So
I
just
my
3 whole 72 hours
just
on
give
your
us
own?
a joystick and a TV remote and stuff. We'll be gone for 3 days.
Okay.
There you go. What
I'm
you
fine
gonna
with
you want
that.
to put a tracker on his neck?
No,
Yeah.
I'm
It
fine
sound like
with
it.
that.
She probably got that iPhone.
don't.
iPhone.
If I gotta go on your phone, then already something wrong.
If I could ever be married again, I'd have my own man cave, and then I'd have my wife would have her own room too, like that you go to.
I like that.
Something like
Now,
that.
why would you do that? You just know that
people need space.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Say it again, Al.
People need space.
People need it. Just because you're a unit doesn't mean that you don't have your own individual stuff still going on. And so that I can be the best for your mate, leave me alone a little bit. So I can go in here and I love it. So it takes all the way to, what age are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 47. I'll be 48 next month.
So it takes all the way to 48 for y'all to get that.
You know what? He just dropped the jewels. So I don't know. You honestly just gave us the game in a sense. So
well, I think it's both sides don't realize that. You know, we as humans think we can make somebody happy ourselves. Mm-hmm. Think about it, we can't make ourselves happy 7 days a week. And now you think you're gonna make another person happy 7 days a week.
It's unrealistic.
But not even that. I agree with you. Women, for sure, definitely. I don't even think we think we can make someone else happy. It's thinking that you are enough to change this person. And change is self-work. Happiness is self-work. It shouldn't. If me and Al is together, my happiness shouldn't be dependent on Al.
Right.
Chelcye ought to make Chelcye happy.
Preach.
And then we come together and have a happiness. You know, we want to see each other. I push and motivate, but it shouldn't be dependent upon Al to make Chelcye.
Girl, and it's coming from a woman too.
I'm just saying that.
It normally ain't. Hey, it normally ain't coming from a woman. So the fact that it is right now, we appreciate it.
Now you laughing with him?
I'm laughing with him. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, because
That's how
not at
do
you,
it.
just with him.
With him.
Yeah,
Okay. Don't put your happiness in nobody else's hands, ladies. Don't do that.
That's stressful.
That's on you.
You should use the things that they like to enhance it. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like, but a tough one for me, like I know women like to shop, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta let your women have their little time and just be like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Look,
So do your time with your money or their money?
It don't matter. Just whatever they say. Does this when they get to the point? Hey, what do you think about this? Yeah, I like it.
I don't want to go. Oh, so you're saying go shopping with them?
If you happen to get drug out shopping, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just
drug out.
Let it enhance. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe at the end of the night you'll hear your woman say things. I appreciate you.
Yes.
The
little
woman,
things.
a woman.
Because she just wants to spend time with you.
Yeah, they'll notice in the end. You know what I mean? I wasn't always like that. I used to complain about shit, and sometimes you just let a woman have her time. Like if you're supposed to get off and get home from work at 6:00, don't come home early. You know what I'm saying? Just let her have her time. Come home when you're supposed to. Don't come home early.
I agree with that. If you get off at 2, don't show up here at 2.
Right. Come at your regular time.
Come at your regular time.
Hold on. So I want to ask, since you are the only woman in the room right now, Chelcye, is that the same thing, if the day was a turn?
What do you mean?
So if you got off early?
If I get off early, then I want to go to Marshall's and kind of just breathe. And here's my thing. I feel like even with my child, when I get off of work, I don't want to go immediately into mom mode. I would like to relax. Now, and I don't often get that, but in a perfect world, I would like to decompress from all the bullshit I had to deal with at work and with people and whatever I'm giving, and then go into mom mode. That would get, so in a relationship, I don't see anything. If a man has been working all day long, Al, you've been at the barbershop, getting them right.
Standing on your feet.
Do you hear me standing on your feet? And then as soon as you come in, you might not want to go into boyfriend or husband mode. That's right. Let them sit down, let them decompress before you get to laying on all your stuff.
Give them a meal or some water or something. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta service you? What? Nigga, no. I'm not gonna service you.
You said let them decompress.
Decompress by yourself,
I open a can of worms right now. Shit.
No, stop at Chipotle and get you a burrito.
Hell no. She's...
A little lemon or pine salt smell when you come in the door goes a long way too.
Cleanliness for sure.
A little smell good. That always.
So how long have you been a barber, Al?
I've been a master barber with a license since 1993.
I like how you said that, with a license.
Yeah, with a license.
Right, legitimately out here.
He said I was hustling for a minute.
Yeah,
right.
I've been cutting hair since I was probably in the 6th grade.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. In high school, I was able to cut on a professional level.
Right.
To where, you was
That's a good hustle.
Who taught you that, my guy?
Roger Trial. I want to give props to him. He's no longer with us. Rest in peace, Roger Trial. Yeah. He was one of the OGs. He was, a little older than me. He grew up on my street when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. He cut everybody's hair. He took the time to show me how to work the clippers and things like that. And I took it to another stratosphere, and every time I used to see him, and he was always he'd say, Al, because somebody would be, man, that would do cold hair. He'd be like, Al, tell him who taught you. And I always said, man, Roger got me in it. Roger Trial.
That's
right,
dope.
On Culpeper Circle in Louisville, Kentucky.
So you was hustling with haircuts.
I was a person that just loved to get haircuts, and then I did start hustling.
But I'm saying as in you was making money in the 6th grade?
Yeah, I was charging like $2.
It don't matter. You had a hustle. People were selling candy and CDs. You said, I got you on this haircut. Don't worry about it. And you was getting your skills up. You want that $2. So it didn't even matter.
And I was terrible when I first started. But
as they all
fucking
are.
hands up.
Everything I've done, I'll look back and be like, I was terrible when I started. But I've been kind of, I ain't gonna say fearless, but I've always been like, oh no, I'm gonna.
You gonna figure it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
As you did,
and you have, because you, like you said, you have taken it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Segue into these units.
Yeah.
And units for men. Let's explain it to the people who don't know.
Right. So the man weave, the hair units, there's 2 kinds. They got the synthetic, which lasts around 2 to 3 weeks, that you put on with loose synthetic hair. And then you have the lace units, where I use hair that's on a lace or a poly base, and it's human hair. Lasts 3 to 4 months. But I do those. I can achieve just about any style, from waves to locks. You know what I'm saying?
If you're watching this right now on YouTube or listening on Spotify, I want you to go to Al Greene at
comedian. On IG, I'm comedian Al Greene with an E on the end.
With an E on the end. Do yourself this favor and go look at these units, because when you hear it, I feel like it's not really registering, but I need you to know you cannot tell.
Right, you cannot tell.
You cannot tell. That's what it is for me. And at first, I'm not going to lie, Al. When I first met you, I met Al, another comedy friend of ours, put us all together.
Right.
And Al walked in, and we was all just chopping it up, other comedians laughing. And then he began to show us pictures and tell us. And I'm like, this some bullshit. Right. Get out of here. But then I started following Al's page, and I'm like, with women with all they stuff.
Yeah.
How can I really be mad? And especially, it's like men don't have that many things where if you ugly, you just ugly if you a nigga. You know what I mean? It's nothing y'all really got other than a hat. Maybe you dress fly. So here is something for maybe somebody who wants to feel confident about themselves. I really now look at this differently, truly, Al, because it's like, women have so much.
And like I say, as men, we're just trying to get what we originally had.
Yeah.
It ain't like we trying to go from Keisha to Consuela. You know what I mean? I just want with the original hair that I originally had.
Yeah.
You know? And there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's, like I tell people, it's $1 billion industry of men fighting baldness, from getting surgeries to scalp micropigmentation. There's so many things out there.
Do men suffer from alopecia as well?
You know, I got some young clients that suffer from alopecia, lupus. You know, you have cancer patients.
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of stress.
Okay, can I ask this as a woman? So they look, I don't know, because Al has already told me, you might be standing right next to a man who got a unit.
Right.
And not even know. But if I rub it, I'm not going to know?
If it's a human, you probably won't know.
Okay.
If
it's
a lace, if it's a synthetic, they're not going to be able to get that wet.
Okay.
You know, and when you feel it, it's not something that's going to be movable. It's going to be in a fixed position.
Okay.
Where if it's a human lace, you can run your fingers
and you brush it
through it. Yeah, you can brush. You know,
do the men need to put their do-rag on and secure it at
night?
It
depends on it depends on what style they have. Yes, you do need to put a do-rag. Okay. And if you're in the shower, you know, if you have a synthetic, you don't want to get it wet.
Okay.
And I'm just forthright with women. I tell the truth, because I don't need a woman coming in and arguing over, you know, whose shower cap is that with the ruffles? That's my shower cap, because the good kind got ruffles on them. I can't get away with it because they got the little terry cloth interior.
Yes.
You know, to keep you dry. Right.
Yeah.
And so I got the one with the ruffles. You know, so when they start, what bitch was on? That's mine. You know, that's
we not gonna argue about this right now.
So you use them yourself.
I use them myself.
I think that's also a great thing that you can speak from personal experience. Now you told us who got you into becoming a barber. Who got you into the lace front?
All right.
Or the lace unit.
So me and my homeboy Trip the barber, we were always looking to see. We both wanted to learn. We worked together, and then we've always been like, bro, we were looking to take the class. We knew about Wade the barber, and we knew about Erskine Reeves in Chicago, and we had planned on going to take Erskine Reeves' class in Chicago when we found out that Wade was coming to LA. So he came to Los Angeles. It was maybe 5 years ago, and I took his class. And then from there, I met Planto Gucci, which he's cold with the units too. And we became like brothers, man. And he had clients here in LA, and I met him. He put my wave unit on, my first synthetic wave unit, and he taught me how to do that one. And then from there, he's just kind of been like more of a mentor and brother. Like we're close, and we've, you know, the more I've grown, the more he's taught me. Right. So I would give him a lot of props there. And then just all the bar, even if I haven't personally met them, I feel like I'm in the network to where I've been able to ask questions of people and then give some advice too myself. So
and that's what's up, as in like, you know, someone feeds you the game and then you give back the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's commendable, because a lot of people, I think as we talked earlier, a lot of people like to hold that shit to themselves.
Man, I would love to see if there's anything, because I feel like I'm on the ending side of my career. Not saying I'm going to end tomorrow.
Yeah, I got you.
But if there's anything I could change, if, you know, especially our young black men coming out as barbers, stop looking at it just something that you do if you feel like you can't do anything else. I never felt that way.
Obviously.
I was in college. I always felt like, I don't know why I'm sitting in here with these people trying to learn some shit that I'm getting ready to have school debt and stuff, because I could see myself making a lot of money cutting hair, even though other people didn't view barbering like that. When I first started cutting, I think haircuts were $10, and I knew the day I started, one day I'm gonna get. I didn't dream of a day when I thought I would get some of the denominations I've gotten now, but I knew I'm gonna be $100 bar. I felt that way, like I'm gonna make $100 doing hair.
So if I got a cut from you right now, we about a C note.
No, it's in the barber shop. I charge $50 for a haircut and beard trim.
Okay.
You know, but it's just I'm doing so many units now that you start to be able to.
I got you. Pick what you
pick
want.
your clients, because you know I'm gonna do 6. You know, I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday cutting hair. I'm only gonna work so many spots. I learned a long time ago. I used to be one of them barbers. I feel like I've ruined relationships. I feel like, because as a barber, we traditionally didn't manage our time or our money correctly. We're going in there working from open until we can't cut no more. And I couldn't tell you how many times I'll get off at 7, and then at 6:30 people walk in. You don't know if you're gonna make $1,000 this week or $100 this week. And I'm glad I was able to get out of that mindset, that rut, to where I started looking at it as time. You know, I'd rather make $300 in 5 to 6 hours than make $500 in 8 to 10 hours. And some people don't understand that concept, because if all I'm doing is doing hair, what time am I giving to my dreams and myself?
Facts.
You know, and what is it that I want to do?
Greene. Mr.
You know,
Greene. That's it.
And I'm not gonna go out here and I wasn't gonna go flip burgers or anything. I'm not gonna get a side job in which, you know, there's been times when I think about, should I get a side job? I'm not gonna go punch somebody's clock. They tell me you gotta be here from 9 to 5, and no matter how good you work,
they're gonna pay you.
This is what you get. When I say, man, I could put in this to me, and I could come up with ways to give myself a raise, you know. And I'm constantly looking like I bought a new piece of equipment the other day. It was $800. I'm like, I'm gonna be doing facial steams and everything. I got a hydro steamer.
You elevating, you reinvesting in yourself.
I look at like massages or something. Like if somebody was giving a massage on a hardwood table with no, and then you go to somebody else and they got the little water fountain and the
ambiance.
The ambiance, you gonna be like, oh shit, you know, that's me.
So I would ask you, man, you know, what made you be different? Because most people, they are so scared to step outside that box to elevate, and they stay in this box because they too concerned about what this person may think this or that person may think
I
this.
would say,
you said, fuck it.
I would say part of it is my personality and my core friends. Like I can even go back to high school and the friends that I had that I'm close with now, like my best friend, none of us are the type that think in the box. I don't have the type of friends you can go out here and bullshit your time in your life and your friends ain't gonna check you. I mean, I got a type of friends that be like, hey nigga,
get it together.
Get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we do now.
That's accountability.
Yeah, we're gonna push each other, you know? It's like my best friend back home, shout out to Dr. Quan Watson. You know, he's an orthodontist and dentist, but he don't just have an office. He has a mobile dentist office. He's going franchising it. You know what I'm saying?
He's
he's franchising it all over the nation in major cities. So, you know, when you surround yourself and your friends are like that, you tend to start thinking more progressive.
Yeah.
And thinking outside the box. And if COVID didn't make you think outside the box.
Do you hear me?
Boy, then ain't nothing gonna help your
Right,
ass.
ain't nothing gonna help you. You know?
And, honestly, and the fact that you just said that, it's kind of scary to even know that if COVID didn't shift you to want to think outside the box,
right.
like it's got to be other ways to do it, then you won't never be that.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that I know personally, it's like, well, shit, you won't elevate to where you can be. You just gonna elevate to where you only at.
And then some people just need to be told what to do, when to do it. Because like I've learned not to even knock that. I need somebody at Amazon to fill my order.
Yeah.
I need somebody to be there. It's not gonna be me.
It's right.
It's not gonna be Al.
Right.
It's not gonna be Jay. So who gonna fill the order?
Exactly.
I need somebody who is comfortable with trading their time for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
So that my stuff can come to me
Exactly.
the day after.
I would say if you are doing that, just make sure, as Al Greene just said, in your spare time, you put that money back. Hopefully, after you done paid all your bills, a little bit of that change back towards yourself to elevate yourself. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, make sure
like
my package is filled. Okay?
And when you talk about your dreams, if everybody's agreeing with your dreams and think, oh yeah, you can do that, you might want to dream bigger.
Yeah. Seriously. You know? So once you realize financially what you were trading for your time, is that what opened the door to comedy for you?
Kind of in a way. I was doing comedy, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember I was meeting people. I wasn't ever coming out like, oh yeah, I do hair, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
That never was my angle.
Right.
I happened to get booked through my coworker, Kim. Shout out to Kim. She got me in with the Technique Agency mm-hmm. on some jobs. Fast forward, I ended up working with Hip Hop Squares, mm-hmm. and I'd already worked with D-Ray before in comedy, mm-hmm. but it wasn't never like the relationship was like, hey, what's up? It wasn't like that. It was like, well, where I know you from again?
Yeah.
Like,
that's how I be sometimes.
But
yeah,
I cut him on Hip Hop Squares, and I was surprised. He said, man, can I get your number in case I would like to use you again? Like, sure. Well, before I left, before I even got back home, before my tires hit the expressway, he had already texted me, and with his manager was like, hey, I want to use Al for any, photo shoots or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm still thinking, in my mind, it'd probably be one every once in a while. Man, the next week we was together like 3 days, wham, and it just kind of took off from there. And then over time, and he doesn't have a unit, so I can tell people that.
he said, let me bring this up.
He gotta say that.
That show gonna be questioned.
That nigga got a head full of thick ass hair. So, but I remember I was at that spot where I was thinking like, I'm gonna quit the barbershop, move to LA, and just pursue comedy. And I started noticing, man, my hair is getting me indoors that comedy can't. Mm-hmm. And people have a different respect for you. When you come in and your profession is this, mm-hmm. you're now the professional. It's different than when you're coming needing something.
Right.
When you're coming, you're more of an asset.
You're bringing something
to the table. Yeah. And I'm the type, I let my relationships manifest. Yeah. I don't come on the job. Hey man, can I get this from you? I don't do that. I worry about what it is I'm supposed to do. But I would say just that and handling that, and when people start to see the certain people you're dealing with, mm-hmm. other people start to
take notice. Yeah.
And it's kind of went from there. And then I added to my skill level mm-hmm. too. So I didn't just stop. It was just happy, like, I couldn't cut hair. I was like, man, it's like if you take your car into the dealership, the more tools that they got.
Yeah. The better job
they can do. If they got something they can plug into your car and say, this is what's wrong and we can fix it. Hey, same thing with hair.
I also noticed on your social media, you are a collector of some really dope sneakers.
Yeah, I got some nice sneakers.
How did you get into that? And these ain't the sneakers that you find at Foot Locker. Let me tell you that right now. These is not your Jordan 1s or something.
These are the ones that he's fighting over in lottery tickets.
Listen, that and then some. There is a waiting list for these shoes. These is Mayweather money shoes, okay?
You must be talking about my manatis.
Yeah. Well, how did you come across those, sir?
The manatis that's Master P's line of clothes. It's clothes and shoes, and I cut Master P's hair as well.
No unit.
No unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta say that. No unit.
Yeah, don't get them takes creeping at me. That's no unit. But a good friend of mine, Trent Monroe, shout out to him. He's a barber and singer as well. He actually is a Master P's personal barber. He gets a haircut so much, and like he uses 2 barbers. So that's how I got in with him. So both of us are cutting his hair on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll be damned. I'm one of the people. I'll be damned if it's gonna be one-sided where, you know, I'm not gonna sit up here and buy $200 Jordans and I'm looking over here and a person that's breaking bread with me.
Yeah.
You don't.
It got a shoe. I was like, I'll be damned. I'm gonna buy me some Bugattis, you know.
Listen, they were dope when
He got some nice shoes.
Nice shoes.
I bought another pair the other day. I did. As soon as I cut P's hair, I ordered some more. I like them, man. For the price, like my friend said, she said, man, like you got some $1,500 pair of shoes on. And they different, you know?
They are. That's what I like about it. It's not so much like, oh my God, the price. Because we're getting into this place where Balenciaga can drop some shoes, and just because it's Balenciaga can be ugly as shit. But because it's Balenciaga, people are gonna buy it. And so that doesn't equate for me.
Right.
And I just want it to be nice.
And I'm not in that mind frame of thinking, well, P don't need my money. I look at it as look how much this man does for the community. Yeah. That money circulates.
Hands down.
You know, and who's to say that I can't position myself to be in that situation one day? You know, I know good and well Nike ain't getting ready to call me and say, hey, you know.
And it goes full circle.
Right.
It's full circle at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And at the end of the day, Pete done a whole lot for the community. He started his own.
He laid
business.
a blueprint.
He laid the blueprint.
For really going out here and getting it.
Before Jay, before Dr. Dre, it was P. And he did it I'm talking about at the level that he did it on.
That's right. And the shoes are dope.
Yeah,
I'm about to get me some now. I'm about to get me some
He's
now.
not a black man. Sometimes we put stuff out there too and be like, support me because it's a black business.
Right.
But the customer service was trash. Or the product is faulty.
Exactly.
It's a black business and what I'm presenting is quality.
Right.
I dig that.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what you're going to get messing with Master P.
He about his business.
I look at it as an investment in my community.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely. I definitely plan to be like him. If I can get me some shoes like the Miatis. Because you talking about I got to get me some shoes now. You know what I'm saying? They that fly.
Exactly. And look, the box was even, I ain't gonna lie, P gave me one pair. I'd already ordered a pair, but he gave me one pair, but I didn't get the box, right? So when mine came in the mail, I got the full effect. I was like, shit. Like, nice. You know, sometimes you throw the boxes away. This is a nicely constructed box. The box was worth some money. Mm-hmm. You know, it was like
packaging. It's a full thing.
Yeah, it felt like it was almost
branding
like,
right there.
Yeah.
But no, it's branding right there.
Exactly.
Full. Like, oh man, I gotta give me
like
some.
You can stack these boxes and then they're not gonna like tip or nothing.
Oh, they made for
they're
that
like
way.
Constructed, and then they have like a little pull tab where you can.
They was already a case made within the box.
So you got a case, you can stack them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you could already have your case, and people are paying thousands of dollars for them cases.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get me some Miatis.
You got your little Aldo ladies' heels are like that too. You can just pull it out.
Exactly.
Like
it got the little picture of the shoe, so you already
ready to go.
Ready to go.
Man, you know what?
Shout out to Master P.
Shout out to him. Shout out to P, man.
So now you got your comedy. You are a master barber. I want to correct myself and say that. What's next for Al Greene?
Yeah, what's
with
next?
the E on the end.
Yeah, not the same.
I really want to get more detailed and get into my comedy more.
Okay.
I want to. I'm going to film a special in the next year.
Okay.
Jeremy Christian Gumbo is going to be my executive producer.
Turn up.
Yeah. And the reason that he's going to be it is because when I met him, it was about 5 or 6 years ago. He told me then when I first met him, he was like, "Dude, you funny, man. We gonna work together." Mm-hmm. And every time he saw me, it's like he believed in me from the jump. He was telling me, "Man, you need this. You need your own special." And I'm like, well, I want to do work with people that believe in me. Yeah. That's going to be a cheerleader. And he had the improv. I took his improv class, so I just noticed that just working with him, it was just
natural and like you said, organic. You let it develop organic.
Right. You know, I don't have to be the one to get somebody. Oh man, this person they've been involved. Nah, man, you get somebody that's down for you and believes in you, and you can get a product out there. Yeah.
And at a time when, not saying you don't have nothing to offer, but sometimes people don't want to become your cheerleader until they can get something in return.
Right.
So for him,
they want to cheerlead. They want to cheerlead when you don't need one no more.
Yeah,
it's like my nigga. Right. I was been asked you to support. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like a post, at least or something. You know what I'm saying? But it comes full circle.
The latest that's been going on, man, I got to share with. I'm gonna share with you all too.
With us, man.
Is I'm part of the LGBTQ community too now.
Whoa,
doing what?
I'm a translender.
Okay, I didn't know where to go.
People get what? Yeah,
I knew damn well he wasn't gonna say.
I was gonna say. I was like,
I'm a translender.
Okay, now what is?
I don't identify as a big person no longer.
You identify as
6'2", with abs.
And I respect that. And if that's what you are,
I figured if the children can decide what gender they want to be at 8, 9 years old. You know, you're supposed to get more choices as you get older. And I'm a whole grown ass man now. Like, I can choose how to identify. Right. And I just feel like there's this sexy man on the inside. I've never felt unsexy. I feel like there's a whole lot of Denzel in here.
Right, a slender version.
A slender, yeah. And he's got to come out. And I've lost 26 pounds in 20 days.
Now that is congratulations. That's
already.
Right. Yeah. I know y'all can't see it, but my big toe is a lot smaller than it was a few days.
Mr. Greene, as we said, is hilarious.
I can't with you. I really
so
can't.
How has that journey been, man? Just
eating
better.
It's been great. I feel great. It was something I've done before. When I first moved to California, I lost over 100 pounds. Okay. But didn't nobody really know me. And it was too hard to lose another 100, so I got to gain this back and do it again. While people know me, so I can get the credit
that you deserve.
That I deserve.
So I got to post it on IG now. That's how it works.
Yeah. But man, my mom passed in September. Sorry to hear that. And just being a caretaker and stuff, I could see that where my health was parallel with my mother. You give so much of yourself that you just forget about yourself. And I'm at the point I say, as a comic and barber, I know people that would kill to know the people and interact with the people that I do. Yeah. And not saying that anybody's promised me anything, but I'm around some people that I know they go-getters. Yeah. They always gonna have projects. And I said, I don't want to be the one when the rocket ship takes off that they're looking at me like, man, we would love to have Al part of this, but
no longer with us.
Yeah, or it's like, we gonna cast him for my 600-pound life. Nah, ain't gonna be it. Like I want to be an asset, not a liability.
Listen, that's self-accountability. Yeah. You said it, we did it.
Yeah, hey, that's
some dead serious shit.
Hey, look, if you need somebody else to tell you, you gotta be open. You gotta be flexible in your dream. If you want something, you gotta be able to self-evaluate. You know. And it's no more like I tell people, I turn myself into the feds. That's the food needed doctors.
I was about to say, what? Hold on. What?
Right, I'm like, black folks definitely don't tell
I was gonna say, bro, what?
I turn myself in. I'm in rehab now. Mm-hmm. I check myself into a program where I gotta go report 5 days a week, and they weigh me. Everything I eat is calculated. So
you have a trainer?
Not yet.
Okay.
I eat so little that
Shut up.
It's like from
I ain't got no
right now like with every 2 hours I gotta have a little something that you might have seen on my Instagram, the beautiful dishes I'm cooking, the salmon and chicken. And,
I even commented on it. I'm working on it, man.
I was like, I gotta have fun with it, and create nice dishes, but everything in there is calculated right down to the lemon. Is weighed out to my allotment of fruit for each serving. Okay. And, it's just something like I know that, losing the weight and everything. I could tell going on stage last week to last night that the difference. You know what I'm saying? I can, you know, now that I'm starting to get 20, 30 minutes, I can do, you know, I got to be more in shape, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to be traveling and getting on airplanes, you know what I'm saying? And I just had to, you know, it's no different if another person was an alcoholic and somebody's like, man, that person would have been one of the dopest comics, man, but they alcoholic, you know? No. I don't want to be sitting over there like, man, Al was a dope ass comic. That nigga said, look at that nigga now.
It was to be the reason you miss out on your own blessing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be the reason that you're missing out on something. I don't want to be the one that block my own blessing. It's enough stuff out here.
Exactly.
Let alone, okay, now it's my, I'm the reason.
Right.
And that I think that sucks at the same time to know that you can self-sabotage your own self. You know what I'm saying? I actually know a few comics recently that may have self-sabotaged themselves because of what they was doing, you know, outside of them telling jokes. You know what I'm saying? So he would really do need to take note. What you do outside of your personal life can affect you,
right?
Whether you believe so or not. You know what I'm saying?
It's like with anything. It's like with the hair units. I wasn't embarrassed to be like, I'm a bald man that wears a lace unit.
Nah, you wasn't. I mean, we first talked about
you know, if you get out in front of your story, and you become your own author, nobody's writing it for you. Yeah. You know, nobody can write. What joke is somebody gonna tell me about being bald?
You know,
you better have a good joke. You know,
that's it. The joke just better be good,
right? You know,
because you already it's no shame in you,
right?
You already have owned it. That's my thing. Own your failures,
right?
Own your
I'm
successes,
like, why am I gonna let somebody else have these fat jokes and not have them myself? Mm-hmm. You know, they gonna say them anyway. I'm like,
true.
You know, but I am one of the only people that ain't caught COVID too, so that's all I want to notate that.
Really?
Because they did say us fat people was at a higher risk. You know,
they definitely did.
There's a part of me like, because like all my coworkers, they had COVID at some time, but there's a part of me that's like, yeah, y'all skinny niggas is getting COVID. Like,
listen.
Yeah. I've been eating my elderberry gummies, nigga.
So, I'll say a quick question before we close out, sir. You kind of touched on it earlier, man, but again, I just kind of want to just reiterate and maybe clarify. What is something that you would tell people who are, in a sense, hustling like you, you know, grinding like you? I would like to get to the level where you at. Even the fact that you're a master barber. I ain't heard of that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You've been doing it for years, so you is a master barber.
I would say it's important to stay around young barbers. Even though they might not be able to cut as good as you, what they do bring is new innovation, the latest tools, and a sense of what is the word? They'll keep you on your toes because you can see them. As you know, they come. These new barbers is
they coming fast too.
Yeah, I didn't want to be that barber because when I started, I was drawing in people's hair and using the color pencil. And them old barbers like, hey, that nigga ain't cutting no hair. He just drawing. I was like, I wrote a note to myself. Don't be this nigga.
Right. Seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
A hater.
Because I was, even back then, I remember they used to call me the dope man in the barbershop because I was, haircuts was $7 to $10. But if you put a S curl in somebody's hair, you was getting $35. Oh. And I was like, well, I don't have a lot of clients yet, but if I start slapping Duke in these niggas' heads, that's $35. You know what I'm saying? And the owner of the shop paid for the little S curl. I was like, cool. So I started doing that. Like, man, how did I get my hair curly? Man, I ain't had no fingerprints for 5 years. I was slapping so much.
Damn, he burnt this damn hands off.
But I would say, stick around. Go to the hair shows. Keep up on what's innovative. Don't be afraid to spend money to learn new shit. I've had people tell me, man, how much am I gonna make if I spend that? You can't go in there. Because I can tell you what I initially spent for classes. I only paid $600 to learn the class.
Right.
But I spent thousands, probably $3,000 to $4,000 trial and error.
Yeah.
Learning
how to lay it.
Getting mannequins, getting hair, finding out that this don't work, finding out that this works, trying stuff. Don't be afraid, you know. Don't think with this scarcity mindset of, man, I don't know nobody that gets it. You know, have you ever seen somebody that sells liquor or sells drugs say, well, I don't know nobody that do it? Well, but they seem to find it.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with people.
People will come.
Yeah, you'll have people, man, I found this person that you never thought. It could be a person that don't have a bald-headed problem, but they done referred somebody else. And a lot of these referrals I get are in, privacy, and don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid. Manage your time well. Your time is your main thing. Don't be afraid to tell a client that you're not a good fit. I do it all the time. And I ain't gonna say all the time, like every day, but I've had clients that I'll just say, you know what, you might want to try somebody else. There's other barbers that have time to do what you want to. Yeah. You're not sure what you want. There's a barber that's not as busy as I am. Yeah. You seem that, your 3 o'clock is 3:15, 3:20. There's a barber for you.
And I hate barbers.
Right.
Like that, yeah.
I have to have accountability. A couple weeks ago, I was an hour late. If you no call, no show me, or you don't show up for your appointment, I usually charge you. Well, I was an hour late for my first 3 appointments because I was at another client's house, but they were paying me quite a bit.
Right.
So those first 3 clients that I was late for, I didn't charge them for their haircut.
Okay.
I said, nah, it's on me. And one of them paid me more than he knows just because he said, that's damn good business.
Ain't nobody ever done that.
Do you know how many females have been late to do my hair and none of them hoes have ever said, bitch, your hair is free. Never.
You know why they don't do that? Because they don't want the accountability. The accountability goes 2 ways.
Yeah, dude.
You know what
Talk
I'm saying?
about it.
I done done that with my clients.
Right. So if my client always shows up late, right, and I'm on their head, then I have to reciprocate that.
Yes.
So once they see, like, hey man, he don't play about his time either.
Yes.
And
and my thing is, I feel like honestly, that's how you circulate blessings.
Yeah.
It's because I can hold you accountable, but I can also hold myself accountable. And that keeps circling back. And so that accountability doesn't mean that you're not going to mess up.
Right.
Like you said, you were somewhere else, getting more bread than what you was. Okay.
Right.
And you acknowledge that. So guess what? Because I did inconvenience you guys, I'm going to hold myself accountable and take that up. That's all I'll be asking.
Let them know that they're a celebrity too.
Your time is just as valuable.
You might not be paying as much as this person, but you might be giving, that week you might have gave me 100% of what you had to give.
That part.
So I look at this person's $10 or if they just getting whatever their time allotment is, I value it the same as someone else who's paying top,
whatever that may be.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some people pay that money. They know, like, hey man, you might have to chill out a little bit.
Yeah, but they paying for that. They
paying
know
for
what's
that.
up. Listen, Lord, thank you for my fuck you money.
Right.
Waiting on it to sprinkle down on me.
Right.
I'm trying to get like my guy.
Thank you, Al, for coming. We really appreciate
man, thank you for having me,
man. Nah, I appreciate you, dog. Big ups, man. Shout out to my guy Al Greene, man. Again, we're gonna put down all his social medias down at the bottom, man. Make sure y'all follow him, man. Again, comedian and master barber. I'm gonna make sure you put that in front of it. Master barber. He gonna get you right and crispy, all right? Make you ready for your job.
You want me to show y'all's listeners one time what it look like underneath this hat?
Go ahead, bust it out one time for me.
Go ahead.
Woo! See, woo! Hey, but can y'all verify how soft and luscious this is on the side, though?
Do you hear me?
The side, hey, look.
Push it back like that. Let me see.
Over the ear. How they do it over the ear?
That part, you gotta.
Damn.
You should be in a Pantene Pro V commercial.
I know it.
That's it.
Look at that. I just let a female know what they working with, just in case.
Listen, y'all go follow.
If our DNA gets crossed up, you know what,
Oh,
y'all gonna have that good hair.
That's
right. My goodness. It's your boy, JD.
And it's your girl, Chelcye.
And it's been a no-chill session. Make sure, again, y'all check out my guy, Al Greene. One.
Peace. Hey, what's up, man? It's comedian Al Greene. I'm here with the No Chill session.